Izuka was yet again late. This was starting to become a habit. He was swinging through the city. Crap, I'm late for school. Again. He bounced off, running. Ugh. This is just perfect. He went out for lunch. It was a simple bathroom break to lunch. It was like, what, 5 to 10 minutes before class ended for lunch, and there was a certain robbery not that far, so he thought that, he can take a small bathroom break to change and go stop it and come back, but no! It wasn't some small, it was a whole ass robbery. That took about maybe an hour or so. He swung into the school complex, lighting upon the roof. He proceeded to curse himself. Crap, 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 crap. Oh, please. He proceeded into the landing upon the roof, looking for his bag. There it is. He grabbed his bag from the rooftop fence, and pulled it. It's free from the webbing. Oh, thank goodness. He proceeds to quickly got the mask and put the clothes over his costume, putting on his shoes and pants quickly as he ran his way downstairs. Oh, crap. Crap. He removed his gloves, put them in his bag, pulled his sleeves down of his uniform as he proceeded to curse himself. Gosh darn it, Izuku. The times that you need to be early, you're late. Ugh. I'm gonna be terrible at time management, aren't I? He proceeded to run down the hall, panicking. Crap. He arrived at his class door, opening it to peek in. Mr. Midoriya, as the teacher proceeded to say, "Oh no," as he thought. He turned his head slowly. Do you mind explaining why you're an hour and 15 minutes late for class? He proceeded to gulp. It was what exactly? Bathroom. I had to go to the bathroom for an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah. Uh-huh. The teacher's eyes narrowed. And what exactly did you need to go to the bathroom for? Stomach cramps. I was having real bad stomach. Stomach cramps, huh? Alright. You proceed to turn around, turning away. You'll be doing detention. As he proceeded to sigh. Okay. He proceeded to walk to his desk. Harry proceeded to look at him, giving him a raising eyebrow. Izuku sat at his seat. Harry proceeded to whisper, "Do you really have stomach cramps?" "Not now, Harry." "Okay. Yes, I was in the bathroom for that long. It was bad. What do you expect me to do?" You could have just let me cover for you. Nah, and does she get you in trouble? No thanks. I'm good. But thanks for asking. Right. Gwen was asking where you went. She was? Crap. What did you say to her? Nah, did nothing much. Just said you were probably in the bathroom for a while. I didn't think that whole bathroom thing would be so literal. Was she mad? No. More like, not angry, but disappointed. Oh, that's much worse. I'm cooked. So how did that dinner with her go. What dinner? The one that she was invited to your family? All right. Remember that a few days ago? He sighed. That was eventful and embarrassing. Surprised he didn't come. Then my father said he had some meeting to do, and he said that I needed to focus up on studies because I'm slacking. It's just that I'm not slacking or anything. It's just that these problems are kind of difficult, you know? Yeah, I get you, Harry. I can tutor you if you want. Yeah, that sounds good. Izuku, thanks. The class went on, and it went out throughout the day. As class came to an end, he proceeded to pack his stuff as he was talking with Harry, and then the professor said, "Where do you think you're going, Midoriya?" Izuku proceeded to wince, remembering. Right, detention. He turned towards the professor, and the professor proceeded to say, "Your detention will be to clean the chemistry room. Mr. Leonardo is not there currently, and his last class was the sub left a mess, so he'll be cleaning it up." Yes, sir. I expect it to be spotless. Got it? Mm-hmm. Spotless. You can go. Izuku proceeded to turn, turning away and heading towards the opposite direction. Harry proceeded to walk with him. Need help? No, I think I got it. It won't be as long as it's not too bad. He proceeded right to the chemistry room. And then he opened it and then saw and paused. Chemicals everywhere. On the floor, on the tables, in the sink. You know, your help wouldn't be too bad, Harry. Yeah, as Harry said. Yeah, no problem, man. But then his phone proceeded to ring, looking at it, saying, and his face dropped. It's my dad. He's probably calling me to hurry up to get home. He has this whole new tech thing that he's trying to show off. Some sort of new hoverboard thing, you know? Oh. Yeah, it's supposed to be state-of-the-art technology, supposedly. Don't know why he says it. It's not like it's going to be anything of this nanotechnology. But hey, what can I say? Oh yeah, I read that book. That was actually pretty interesting. Harry raised an eyebrow at Izuku. You read his book on nanotechnology? Yeah. The physics is actually extraordinary. The fact that he cracked it is quite a surprise. There's only a few that I know of. Norman Osborn, Tony Stark, and Dr. Bruce Banner, and a few, and Reed Richards, but they're geniuses. Nerd, as Harry said, but not saying it as a rude thing. Man, you're gonna be up there one day, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe, but you know, kind of always wanted to be, the hero. I don't know, Zoo. Maybe you should try to figure something else out. The hero business is pretty dangerous, man. Yeah, but I want to be one of the greats, like the Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men. You know? Or even better, like All Might. Harry proceeded to sigh. I understand where you're coming from, man, but unlike all of them, they have something that you have, yet you don't. Powers. Except for Tony. Isn't he quirkless? No, nobody really knows. He's just really freaking rich and smart. And I think he has a quirk. So it really all depends. Izuku side, right. You got a point. Well, I should get going. Later, man. Yeah, later, hair. Harry proceeded to leave, exiting. Izuku's left alone in the room. Great. Just perfect. He started cleaning up. It took about an hour or two, which was annoying. He heard the after-school activities were still going on. As he proceeded to wipe down the table, one of the last, he proceeded to process and think about something. He could actually refill his web shooters, new web fluid. He's been running out recently, so he proceeded to grab what he needed. Chemicals, jars, a flask, and some tools. As he started making the web fluid formula, he started mixing them up. It didn't take long. It became a comfort, a quick ease of the mind. Then he started to refill each and every last one of them, refilling each cartridge up to full. He was filling up the last of his cartridges, just as he proceeded to take the last two and load them into the web shooter, checking it and checking the pressure on it. All right, that's good. Full and ready to go. He cleaned up as he was about to pour the remaining fluid into the last cartridge. The door opened. He turned his head to see immediately hiding the two items in his hands. Who he saw was Gwen. Gwen, I didn't see you there. Hey, I didn't know you were actually over here and still at school. She looked at him strangely, walked forward. Yeah, I was still here. And, you weren't. Or more likely, you weren't here at lunch and you just ditched us. Or more likely, me. Your sister's not really happy about that one either. Did you ditch us? No. I was just, shit. What do I say? As he started to panic. And I went out for a little while to the library. I kind of just had something to do real fast there, and I just thought while I was out there, might as well get it done, you know. Oh. Right. I heard you got attention. Yeah. Practically just finished here. Right. And so why is that flame on? He noticed the flame and proceeded to sweat. Oh. I forgot to turn it off? Right. She proceeded to turn it off the valve. You should be careful of that. Having to clean up other people's messes. Yeah. What you got there? What? Nothing. There's something you're hiding behind your back. The blonde proceeded to look at him strangely, her blue eyes locking on him. So you're going to let me see it, or... It's just a jar that I need to put inside the sink and wash and clean. Uh-huh. She walked closer, walking around the table. Izuku proceeded to turn, looking at her directly, making sure his eyes remained on her, and keeping his body straight forward, keeping whatever he had behind him. He held the cartridge and the flask of web fluid close to his back. Yeah, you're getting awfully close. Yeah, she proceeded to say. I am. Is this making you nervous? No, yes, it is. It's totally making me nervous, and you're staring into my soul. Her eyes locked on his emerald eyes. He proceeded to sweat slightly. I know how you might feel, but I swear it wasn't intentional. Mm-hmm. Intentional. Right. She looked at him. He was a little bit of a head taller than her, or a few inches. But right now he looked really, really small by leaning back. So. As the quiet was unnerving, wow, look at the time. I have to finish up over here and, right. After you put down whatever you have behind your back. The boy can know what to do. Right. I will. She proceeded to say, and then as he shifted his arm, she proceeded to move her hand, grabbing the arm. He proceeded to flush red, feeling of her touching his arm, and then she pulled the arm, showing the cartridge. So what's that? Soap. Soap, right? Yeah. It's a soap. And that flask in your hand is also soap. He proceeded to notice that it was now exposed in the form of the web fluid. The clear fluid in his hands was there. Yeah. It's just soap. He proceeded to place the two down and staring at her. And why are you putting fluid into a cartridge? For home? I do a little, few experiments myself at home, and sometimes it can get pretty messy. Right, it can. Yeah. So, it's like, do you not like me? She said as Izuku proceeded to blink. What? Do you not like me? Is something I did or said? No. What? No. It's not that at all. Then why are you lying? Lying? Why would I be lying? She proceeded to stare at him, looking at him and then looking back. I know that's not stuff, Ezekiel. Oh. Shit. As he proceeded, cursing himself. Gosh darn it. Crap. Look, if you don't want to tell me, I get it. It's like I was wrong. She turned around on us. He proceeded, no, wait, it's not like that. It's... He proceeded to panic. Crap. He decided to go on intuition. And then from his web shooter that he had on his wrist, under his sleeve, his uniform sleeve, he proceeded to fire the web. The web attached to her other arm. She gasped as she was pulled closer to him. She was in his arms, as she proceeded to look up, as she was, your hook. I get it. I know what this looks like, and I don't know how to explain it, okay? And lying to you, it feels wrong. We might not have known each other much, but what I feel for you is real. She looked at him surprised. You do? Yeah, I do. And it's not anything different. With you, things feel right. He just stared at her. Her eyes, they were mesmerizing, and they were closer than before, and then, he felt her lips. She was kissing him. She was kissing him, and oh gosh. Oh no. Before he knew it, something came over him and he kissed back. And they were there for several moments, just there in their little moment. A moment that felt like eternity. And the two separated and they took breath. And he blinked, and then she let go of him. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. His face went red as her face flushed. I'm sorry. No, it's fine. It's crap. I wasn't supposed to do that. Darn it. I kissed a girl. I kissed Gwen. And I liked it. He turned towards her and... Okay, look. Was everything you said true? Do you actually feel something for me? Yes. Everything I said was true. She took his hand gently. I feel the same way. But if we're going to be in this together, no secrets. None. I want you to be straightforward with me. And tell me, what on earth is that? As she pointed towards the flask. Then he sighed. Okay. Alright. He proceeded to let her go and take the cartridge, filling the flask up. I know this is going to be hard to explain, but you have to believe me. As he filled the flask, as the flask emptied within the cartridge, he proceeded to place the flask within the sink, washing it. I'm Spider-Man. She raised an eyebrow. The webhead vigilante? Yeah, that one. I remember my father talking about it, how a vigilante's roaming around, taking on crime like he's the next All Might. And you're saying that's you. Yeah, that's me. You have proof? He proceeded to look at her, and then he proceeded to unbutton the top of his uniform, his school uniform, and pulling it down the collar just enough to show her the costume underneath. The red spandex underneath, how it gleamed in the light above. And the black, one of the legs of the spider on his chest, gleaming. Her eyes widened seeing it. You really are. Yeah. He proceeded to button up the top of his collar yet again, and then looking at her. You can't tell anyone. You have to promise me that. I won't. Who else knows about this? Nobody. Nobody knows. Not your sister? Nope. Not Koski? Nope. Not Harry? Nope. Nobody knows. It's just me, myself, and I. And you now. Your Aunt Mitsuki, your Uncle Saru, not even your mom. Nobody. The only one I can say that probably knew was, he paused, my father. But I don't think he knew exactly, but I think he knew something was changing within me. But he's dead. She went quiet, knowing that it was still a touchy subject by his father. It's alright. He turned towards her, looking at her. And then she looked at him. But how? You're quirkless, she said, saying quietly, looking around. How would you be Spider-Man if you're quirkless? Zuko looked at her, looking around, checking if anyone was listening. Because I still am quirkless. It's just that these, this is not a quirk. She proceeded to blink at him strangely. It's not? No. No, I don't think so. He proceeded to sigh, rubbing his face. It doesn't feel like a quirk at all. It's nothing like a quirk I ever known or studied or put on my notebooks at all. I know quirks and how they would probably react and feel on an individual. This doesn't feel like anything like that at all. I've studied this for a while, for practically 3 months, and this does not feel anything like that. How did you get these powers? It was a few, 3, 4 months ago. Dr. Connors' lab. I remember going there and it was just gonna be a normal day. And then we visited the spider enclosure and experiments of his lab, and then one of them was missing basically, and I felt a prickling sensation on my arm, and then I looked and I saw something biting me the next moment. And then I slapped it, and then, well, next moment I knew that feeling was there. And the next moment I was sick, feeling unwell and sick. The moment I got home, I felt nauseous, the worst type of sickness of my life. And then I went to bed, and early in around probably 3 to 4 in the morning, I woke up and I was like this. She looked at him strangely, raising her eyebrow. You're saying that a spider bit you and gave you powers. A genetically radioactive enhanced spider. Between one of those two. Yes. Or did it bit you? My neck? Back of my neck? Can you... Yeah. He proceeded to pull his collar off and proceeded to pull the back of the suit to show his neck. Showing his neck as she proceeded to look, seeing there was actually a faint bite mark on his neck. A very small one, but it was faint. The spider bite. Oh my gosh, you are telling the truth. You think I would lie about this? No, it's just, I find it hard to believe that there's any other ways of getting power except for a quirk. Yeah. So, the web things aren't part of the abilities, I guess. No, they're not, sadly. The spider bite didn't really give me organic webbing. So I have to make this instead. She looked at him and looked back. You know this is stealing, right? He proceeded to open his mouth and close, and then he nodded. Yeah, I know. But you are doing this for the greater good. Using your powers to save people. Even if you know that you're not supposed to be using them. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not supposed to, but I am. She looked at him again. You know what this means, right? You're different. You can go to UA now. You can actually do your dream. But why do you hide it? Because he proceeded to go quiet. Because I'm a freak, Gwen. Like, really look at me. I'm a quirkless kid with these unknown powers and abilities. And realistically, if people found out that a 14-year-old who was quirkless most of his life, just got abilities one day from a genetically altered radioactive spider bite, what would you think they would do? She went quiet, thinking, and she said, maybe try to help you control it, or she went to the other thought. Do tests on you, experiments. And we both know the latter half and which one they would choose. She proceeded to look away, knowing that most of the world is a greedy corporation for power-hungry people out there. People who want to dissect you and just figure out how you work. She proceeded to look at him fully in the eyes. All right? You have reasons that you don't want to tell people? Okay, I believe you. But why Spider-Man? Why be a vigilante? Why not wait till the hero course? Because I want to help people now, Gwen. I don't want to help people and wait. You know, it's like when someone is in danger, it's like I can't help it. Before I know it, my body starts moving on its own, and before I can even register, I'm already doing something crazy. It's just like my body has a mind of its own. Anytime I see someone in danger, it doesn't matter who they are. She proceeded to smile softly. And you're a hero. And everything, body, mind, and soul. Maybe that's why I love you so much. He proceeded to flush at her confessing. Yeah, but you think I'm dumb, don't you? No. Okay, a little. It's a little idiotic to try to do this whole superhero thing without experience, but I can see where you're coming from. But maybe you should have waited till UA. Maybe, but this just feels a lot more natural. Like I was meant to be this. To be Spider-Man. She proceeded to smile. It does fit you well, I have to admit. Thanks. So, she proceeded to walk closer. You're gonna give me a swing around the city, or... You proceed looking at her surprised. You want to swing around the city? I wouldn't mind. I don't know how people would feel if they saw the daughter of the Captain Stacy's daughter swinging with a vigilante. Especially police force or any heroes recognize you. Oh, relax. We'll be high above the air. So, she proceeded to smile. A little glimmer of mischief in her eyes. And hey, what's the worst that can happen? You won't let me fall anyways, would you? No, I would not. Then live a little. Okay. Alright, fine. The next few moments were interesting, to say the least. Izuku placed on his costume. They headed to the rooftop. He held her using one arm. She wrapped her arms around his neck, and he said to her, all right, make sure you close your mouth and hold on to me tight, because this is the scary part. He proceeded to fire a web. The web proceeded to go, launching and cut to a building. He tugged, pulled, and then gravity did the rest. She proceeded to gasp for a moment, closing her eyes and pressing her face right into his neck. And then he proceeded to do the full arc and then let go. Firing another web, and then he swung. She proceeded to blink, surprised, and then she proceeded to laugh. Izuku chuckled. Fun, right? Fun, this is exhilarating. Go faster, as she used to say. Izuku proceeded to pick up the pace. Moving faster, he swung faster, doing tricks and spins. Each time he would do it, he would switch between arms. She proceeded to switch her grip to on his back. He proceeded to swing. Swinging faster and quicker than before. She proceeded to yelp and squeal as they proceeded to do a high drop from a 10-story building as he fired a web last minute, pulling himself up as he swung. They continued to swing, going higher. About an hour later of swinging, he landed upon a bridge overlooking the city. As he stared, she proceeded to smile. This is how you feel every day for the past 3 to 4 months? Izuku looked at her with his mask halfway off his face. And then he looked at the city, and then he smiled. Yeah, this is technically how I view the city. Well, this is nice. I'm really hoping that you won't get in trouble. No, it's fine. She proceeded to smile. This really is nice. This is pretty good for a first date, I have to admit. First date? He proceeded to blink. You want to be a thing? Do you? She looked at him closely. Her eyes gleamed. There was a clear want within them. Yeah, I want to be official. If you don't mind dating the quirkless nerd, I don't mind dating you. She proceeded to smile, leaning closer. I enjoy it. Every one of your quirks, your strangeness, your weirdness, your goofiness. It all makes you just you. He proceeded to smile. Thanks. That actually makes me happy that someone sees me for who I am. He proceeded to look at his phone. Right. I should probably get you home, shouldn't I? She proceeded to smile. Oh, so you're gonna swing me home now, huh? Well, yeah, I'm not gonna let you walk in this, how dark it is now. Yeah, you wouldn't. He proceeded to stand and put on the mask on again as he proceeded to say, ready? Ready. She proceeded to get on his back, and then he proceeded to leap off the bridge. She whooped and yelled in joy as he fired a web. The web connected to the bridge. They proceeded to skid upon the water for a moment. As she proceeded to place her hand splashing for a moment as they swung off for momentum. He swung her home. As he swung her home, he arrived. He was there. It was a quite interesting apartment complex building. Pretty lavish. Of course she would live lavish. She's the daughter of a police chief. Or captain, basically. Landing upon the rooftop, he proceeded to say, you can get inside through here, right? Yeah. She took her bag from him as proceeded to smile. That was fun. Thanks, Zuzu. Zuzu? Yeah. Or do you not like it? No, it's fine. I'll take Zuzu. She proceeded to lift up his mask, kissing him quickly. Then she turned away. All right, later, webhead. Yeah, later. She proceeded to smile, walking through the fire escape exit and then heading down to her level. You see, touch his lips and then pull the mask down. I got a girlfriend. I got a girlfriend. Yes! He proceeded to cheer to himself. Oh, yes! He proceeded to leap off the building, diving, doing a flip, and then firing a web, swinging, happy. Oh, yes, this is amazing! I have a girlfriend who understands, who knows my secret, and she's okay with it? Oh, this is the best day of my life! As he proceeded to run up a wall, flipping off as shooting one arm in the opposite direction. The web fired and he swung. Oh, yes! This is the best day ever! He got a message. Look at the message and seeing it was Gwen's number. It was a heart emoji, as Zucker the smile underneath the mask. Oh, yeah. She proceeded to type, she's home in her home. As he proceeded to type, alright, that's good. Stay safe. Talk to you tomorrow? She proceeded to say, yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't be late again, webhead. He proceeded to put his phone away quickly, grabbing his bag from one roof fire escape, grabbing it and swinging, putting it on mid-swing. Oh, how can I get so lucky? As he proceeded to continue swinging through the city. He proceeded to hop on a train, taking it back towards Mitafu. Who knew she would live in Kyoto, though? Didn't matter. It makes sense. He proceeded to continue moving. As they continued making the way, train made its way closer and closer to Mustafu. He proceeded to hop off Hosu. He can swing from Hosu to Mustafu easily. As he hopped off the train with a flip, he proceeded to swing. He swung through the city. As each time he proceeded to swing, he felt happy. So warm inside. As he swung through the city, he proceeded to pause. His spider sense going off. Spider sense. What the heck? He proceeded to turn, looking around. What could possibly be getting my spider sense to react? He heard the shots of gunfire. Gunfire? Oh, great. Criminals. Oh, might as well make my day better. He proceeded to fire and changing direction with a web line. Using the two web lines to change direction with a sharp turn. It was a lot flashy and flamboyant. He proceeded to use the momentum to fly forward, right through a couple of buildings, as he proceeded to barrel roll and then spin and fire another web, swinging as he arrived, and latched upon to the wall side, looking at what's going on. One guy proceeded to speak. No, wait, come on, man. We can talk about this. I swear. Yeah, right. There ain't nothing about you scumbags. You're all the same. The man aimed the gun at him. Just know that I'm coming for your boss. Wait, no, please! Before you can shoot, a web line proceeded to snatch the weapon away. And the man, whipping him to the wall. Hey, buddy. Yeah, we don't really shoot criminals here, you know? Who the hell are you supposed to be? Spider-Man. He proceeded to flip off, landing in a crouch. And, you? The man looked at him. Really looked at him. They call me the Punisher. Punisher? He proceeded to pause. That name feels familiar. Wait a minute. You're Frank Castle. You're the Punisher? Yeah. And kid, I don't know what you're doing here, but get out of here. This ain't no game. I have work to do. He proceeded to pull out the machine gun, aiming it. He fired another web, pulling the gun away. Frank scowled. All right, come on, guy. All right, Frank. I can call you Frank, right? Frank scowled. Okay, Frank. We don't kill people, all right? That's not the way we do it. Yeah, you're a vigilante that kills people. But let's not add more deaths to the pile. That's not going to change anything. Look at you speaking all high and mighty. And let me guess. Arresting them, webbing them up, and whatever thing is that's going to stop them? Well, yeah. No. You know what I mean. The justice system is there for that. We don't have the right to kill. That's wrong. And just all types of level of no. You're naive, kid. The world isn't black. The world isn't sunshine and rainbows, nor is it black and white as you think. Izuku scowl. His lens is narrowing. Yeah, if you think I don't know that, I already know that. Look, I lost someone recently. I know what it feels like to lose somebody. I know your story too. Wife, kids, gunned down, taken from you. And you think revenge is going to help you? Izuku clench his fist. No, it's not going to help. What makes you think you know my story? Because I lost someone important to me too. And it was my fault. Frank went quiet for a moment. A young kid like you understands that pain, huh? I guess I'm sorry for your loss. Izuku turned away, then looking at him. But will that really help? Here? Will that really change or anything? Frank looked and then turned towards him. Fine. You got lucky, punk. The guy proceeded to shiver. Just keep this guy away from me, man. Izuku proceeded to wipe his mouth. You shush. You've done enough already. And these guys, look at the other criminals who were bleeding from bullet wounds. He proceeded supporting their wounds. These guys got to go to a hospital. He proceeded to call a nearby hospital. Someone hosts you. After getting in line, he proceeded to hang up. So, no more killing? Whatever. He proceeded to pull his guns out, putting one on his back and the other. And then Frank scowled. Of course you would be here also. Come out, devil. I know you're there. Devil? What the heck are you talking about? Then Izuku's spices went off. What the heck? He turned his head toward the right in the shadow. In the left of his shadow. And a man came out in all red. With a symbol of DD on it. With horns on its eyes. Horn on his head. And red eyes. You're Daredevil. Yep, as the man said. Just call me Daredevil. That's who I am. And Frank, what did I tell you about killing people? We don't kill. You do your way, devil. I do mine. Who are you two exactly? I know who you are, but you two know each other? Let's say he's a acquaintance of mine. Long ago. Look. I don't care. And I will say it again in that stupid courtroom. I don't care, and I will do it again because I like it. Izuku's eyes on his mask proceeded to widen, looking at Daredevil. Does he have he's a little bit of a hothead. Hothead. Right. Izuku rubbed his head. Not like I don't know about that one. You did well, kid, as Daredevil said, turning towards him. Keep it up. I heard about you, saving people and lives. Good job. Thanks. It's really cool to get to meet you, actually. He proceeded to pull his notebook out of nowhere. It would be nice if you could, sign this for me. Yeah, sure, why not? He proceeded to sign it. Upon it, not reading it, but his sentence proceeded to give him an outline of what it was. Here, a notebook, huh? Yeah, here, a notebook. Nice. Frank proceeded to scowl. Yeah, whatever. Don't you got somewhere else to be, kid? First of all, I'm not a kid. I'm Spider-Man. Yeah, you're not so much of a man. it's interesting. It comes with the name, all right? Jeez. But just make sure no more killing. Frank, got it? He rolled his eyes and then simply scowled. Whatever, fine. Have it your way, kid. All right. The police are on their way. And when they come in, they're gonna go. No more shooting people. Try non-lethal rounds. It would be nice. He fired a web to a high-rise building above him. I guess I'll see you guys later. He proceeded to pull the web, swinging away. As Frank watched, and Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, proceeded to watch. He's young, as Daredevil said. Yeah, probably around high school, maybe college. Nope, younger. Younger? How old is this kid? My guess, 14 to 15 years old. 14 to 15? He's a damn middle schooler. What is a goddamn middle schooler doing out here in the middle of this time of night? The kid's got some guts, I do have to admit. I'll keep an eye on him. I'll keep an eye out on him. He'll be useful for the fight against the Kingpin and Tombstone. Right, you want to recruit a kid to our gun war. Yeah, you lost your marbles, devil. We need all the help we can get. The Midnight Suns. We always are heroes on the street here. But this kid, he's something else. And I have a good feeling about him. A good feeling my ass. Oh yeah, what did I say about killing Frank? Not this again. As Zuko proceeded to swing, each swing, he proceeded to process the thought. Okay. Totally not just meant Daredevil and Punisher. He proceeded to get a message from Gwen. Are you home yet? No, not yet. This is passing from Hosu to Mustafa. Oh yeah, guess who I saw today? She proceeded to type saying, oh, who? Daredevil and Punisher. She took a few moments, and then she typed in, wait, you saw Punisher and Daredevil? Did they try to hurt you? No. He typed in. Oh, good. I thought you would at least be home by now. No, it's just a little detour. I had to stop Frank Castle from shooting a criminal. Frank Castle, that's Punisher, right? She typed in. He typed saying, yeah. She proceeded to type in, are you texting and swinging right now? He proceeded to type in, no. Yes, you are. Look up. Izuku proceeded to look up, seeing he was going to run right into a building. Oh, crap! He proceeded to turn, swing off, and recover quickly as he proceeded to Mustafa's whose outline of the city as he proceeded to, okay, don't tell Gwen about that one. And then she typed, you almost ran into a building, didn't you? Yeah, I did. How do you know? Let's just say I have a sixth sense, Izuku sense. That's actually kind of funny. Really? Yeah, usually I come up with terrible jokes. But, not bad. Well, I guess I learned from the best, don't I? I guess so. You proceed to type, I'm almost home. I'm in Mustafa prefecture, so I'll text you when I get home. She proceeded to say, alright. He proceeded to put his phone away, and then swinging, continued to swing. He passed the way, looking at the building in the distance. Here's go my dreams. He proceeded to swing, continue swinging. As he swung, he proceeded to pass a few familiar criminals. And then he blinked. Wait a minute. He flipped again and then landed up on the rooftop, looking over. Alexi, and Flint Marco. Of course I would be doing this again. How the hell do they always get free? He proceeded to jump down, jumping down and landing on the trash can behind him. As both proceeded to freeze, turning around and seeing Spider-Man, as Flint Marco said, "Oh, come on, what is this, man? You have some sort of sixth sense, like Spidey sense?" Funny. He actually say that. Oh, it doesn't matter. Alexei proceeded to harden his hands. Let's crush him to rubble. He rushed at him quickly. And this time you're not going to get in our way. He proceeded to jump over, flipping a flip. Izuku fired a web. He proceeded to yank Alexei off his feet and then fired a web yet again, webbing him to the wall. Sam Flint proceeded to fire a small grains of sand. The sand proceeded to coalesce in a small breeze. Izuku simply sidestepped and then tugged, pulling him closer, and then hitting him with a punch. He proceeded to crash into the wall with a groan and then slid down as the web proceeded to follow along, webbing him down. And you two stay there. I thought I called police again. He proceeded to write a note on police after calling them and then said, "All right, you two stay here, and this time, let's hope you stay in jail." He proceeded to fire a web, swinging away. Stupid kid. Stupid bug guy. Ugh. Forget it, man. As Flint proceeded to say. The big man's gonna be pissed off again. Izuku proceeded to listen in. Big man? Who the heck is that? As he proceeded to leap away, swinging. Big man? Big man. Big man. That's some sort of code name? I wish I kept Daredevil or freaking Punisher's number. They probably would have known who this big man guy is. He proceeded to swinging further their way. As he finally arrived at his apartment complex, he proceeded to flip, landing. Oh, gosh. Please don't be home. Arriving at his house, he proceeded to crawl up on the wall, looking around, opening his window. As he opened his window, he proceeded to slip in silently, closing it and making sure the room was dark. It was dark. He crawled up on the ceiling, slowly detaching himself from the ceiling, coming down with a web, and then laid on his bed, putting his back there first, and then letting go of the web, letting him drop softly to the ground and take light steps towards the door, checking and opening it to see. He took off his mask first and then looked. He heard Izumi and his mother's voice. Okay. He changed into some clothes out of his uniform, and then he headed to the outside, hopped and leaped down, walking around, taking the stairs up, and then just pulling out his keys and opening the door. Inko turned her head, saying, "Oh, you're home. A little bit close to curfew, but, nothing bad, nothing too bad." Izumi looked up from her phone and looking at him. "Oh, you're home. You just missed Koski about an hour ago." "I did?" "Yep. And he said he had detention." Inko proceeded to stop stirring her pot and then turned towards him. "Right, about the detention. Oh, Wait, I can explain. What exactly were you doing? Because supposedly, I heard you're in the bathroom. Though it was like, uh, I was in the bathroom and then Gwen went to go follow me and then we had a long talk. Inka raised her eyebrows, smiling. Oh, so it was you and Gwen talking. Interesting. She had a knowing smile on her face. Izumi perceived smirk. Oh, what was it about? It was just where the dating, as he said. Both froze at what they were doing. Inko turned towards her son, looking at him strangely. Say that again? She said quietly. Izuku took a breath in and took a breath out. We are dating. Izumi dropped her phone completely in shock. Inko blinked once, twice, and then she fainted. Mom! As both proceeded to shout, moving towards their mother. They picked up the slim woman as she proceeded to hold her head for a moment. She blinked once and twice after a few moments. Am I hearing right? She proceeded to grab Izuku's shoulders. You're dating Gwen? My baby has a My baby has a girlfriend. She proceeded to pull, shaking rapidly. Oh, I hope this day will come so soon. It's a shame that I saw she's not here to see it. Izuku proceeded. It's like, Mom, you're squeezing a little too tight. Oh, right. I'm sorry. Oh. Sweetheart. Tell me everything. Izumi proceeded to nod. Please do. I want to learn all the information. We had a talk about our feelings and we were just chatting and then we kissed. You kissed? As Izumi leaned forward. I didn't know my brother was such a player. I'm not a player, Izuku said. No, you're not. You're a bloody flirt. Ugh, he proceeded to groan. Izumi smiled, and then Inko proceeded to place dinner down on the table. Well, you can tell us all through dinner. And I'll be messaging Mitsuki about this. She needs to know that her nephew just got a girlfriend. Please, no. Oh, yes. He rubbed his face. Oh, God. This is not gonna... You won't let me live this over, don't you? No. Both said quickly. Right. He proceeded to eat his katsudon and proceeded to try to get quiet, answering their questions. After a while, Izumi proceeded to say, I'm assuming you walked her home. Yeah, I did. You know she lives in Otogi in Kyoto, right? So how exactly did you get there? We took the train. Inko proceeded to nod. Good. It's actually good that you can actually do something responsible. I'm raising a gentleman, not some Neanderthal. Yeah. I wouldn't let her walk alone, especially when it's getting dark. Good. Maybe next time, give me a heads up when you want to spend time with your girlfriend, so I can actually plan ahead. As Inko proceeded to say, smiling. Right, I will. Izuku proceeded to tap his finger, looking at Izumi, how she was smiling at him. Izuku turned towards his mother. So, Mom, I kind of wanted to ask something of you. What is it exactly? I know you might be a little low on money and the bills. She proceeded to blink, shocked. How did you... I saw it this morning. Izumi be sitting real quiet, looking at her mother. Do you need help with them, or... No, Inko proceeded to say. You two just were focused on school. I don't need help. Mom, let us help. At least let us contribute. Izumi proceeded to nod. Yeah, we can at least contribute something. Inko proceeded to go quiet, thinking about it. She proceeded to sigh and say, fine. I'll let you contribute. Okay? Both of them proceeded to nod. Inko turned towards Izumi. What are you thinking of looking for a first job? Maybe some cafe? I think I would do as well as a waitress. It would be then when it's time for me to make my hero costume. See, for UA, I'll probably have enough money by then. Inko proceeded to nod. Good idea. And you, Izuku? He proceeded to looking at the TV. J. Jonah Jameson. We're seeing the bark about mass vigilantes roaming around the streets. And this new Spider-Man. Spider-Man, threat or menace? Wanna know what I think? He's a bloody threat. Wearing a red and blue costume, swinging around our cities. How do we not know this guy, Maybe the fact that he's some sort of freak under there, hiding behind a mask. For what? So he can avoid responsibilities? Avoid the damages that he caused? Or those battles? I say yes. Yeah, maybe photography. Inko raised an eyebrow, being surprised. Photography? Like your father? Yeah. Photography. That sounds good. You still have Dad's old camera, right? She proceeded to nod. Correct. I do. It'll be in the closet. Okay. Zuko was thinking of putting his dish away in the sink. I'll go to my room now and do my homework. Right, Inko said. Night, sweetheart. Night, Mom. He quickly left for his room, closing it as he proceeded to sit down. Before that, he proceeded to go grab the camera. Grabbing the camera, and he proceeded to sit, looking at the camera. Turning it on and see it was operational. Nice. He placed it down and thinking, if I can make some money and help Mom out, and then get some extra cash for myself to improve my tech, for my web shooters and a few ideas I have, maybe, just maybe, I can figure this whole vigilante thing out. He proceeded to rub his chin. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. He wanted to go out again, but probably best if he not. He smiled. Yeah, that'll do. The next day, he was swinging through the city towards the Daily Bugle. They were in Shibuya. The building was located in Shibuya. The crossing. As he swung through there, he proceeded to swing by and entering an alleyway. As he changed quickly into some normal clothes, he proceeded to walk quickly towards the front entrance. As he entered and looked around. Okay, dookie. Now, where on earth would it be? He looked around. He asked someone, and they said that Jameson's office would be the top floor. Top floor. He headed to an elevator, and then realized the elevator was broken. Oh, crud. You gotta be kidding me. He looked around for anyone noticing. Nobody was noticing. Nobody was around. And then he decided, what's the worst thing can happen? And then he proceeded to open it. Opened the elevator shaft. And then he jumped in. As he jumped in the elevator shaft, he stuck to the wall and started climbing it. Yep, this is exactly how it should be. Just me, myself, and I, and crawling through the elevator. He made his way up to the top floor. It didn't take a while. After making it up, he proceeded to look around. Opened the elevator door with little ease, with really relative ease. He slipped in and then made sure he made it look natural, dusting himself off and then walked in. He proceeded to look around and saw, oh, this is it. And he heard large yelling, really loud yelling. These are not what I want. I want crisp, delicious, juicy photos of Spider-Man in the act. You hear me? The act. I need him feeling at least a little bit suspicious. And this will not get me anywhere. Out! As one photographer proceeds to walk out of crappy Spider-Man photos. Bazooka proceeded to walk over at a woman with short hair and proceeded to say, hi. She proceeded to look up. She was at least about maybe a year, at least 1 to 2, 3 years older than him. Probably a senior in high school that graduated. Oh, hi. What can I do for you? Yeah, I kind of want to speak to Mr. Jameson about the job opportunity for the photographer spot. Freelance photographer. Oh. Yes. Give me a moment. So Jameson, we got someone here. All right, bring them in. And also, Betty, make sure to tell my wife that I've taken my pills. I don't need her yelling at me again. Right, Mr. Jameson. She proceeded to hang up and saying, he'll allow you in. Yeah, thank you. He walked in, opening the glass door, and entered. All right, what you got for me, kid? What do you want, kid? I can give you photos of Spider-Man. Clear 4K photos. Right. Like a lot of you can do that. Look, kid, I'm not here to get some mediocre photos from you and from your mediocre smartphone. All right? Now, show off. I got more important things to do. Really, Mr. Jameson, look at my photos. He proceeded to pull out printed photos, and Jameson proceeded to look at them, looking closely. He took the photos from his hands and looking at them. They were actually really good photos, surprisingly. Mid. Crappy, mid, trash. I can give you 1,500 yen. 1,500 yen for this. 1,500 yen? You can't be serious. You bet your ass I'm serious. Robbie Robertson entered and proceeded to blink. Jameson. Jonah, these are good photos. Who did this? I did. What's your name, kid? Izuku Midori. Izuku Midori, huh? Alright. We can take these photos. Really? Yeah. I'd give you about maybe 7,000 yen for each. 7,000 yen for 6 photos? That would 35,000 yen. Yep. Yeah. I don't know Japan's currency, so I'm just going on a guess. Do not blame me. I'm not a good mathematician. Back to the story. Yeah. I'll take that. Robbie. I'm trying to do some business here, you know? Well, we gotta pay them accurately, Jonah. And these photos are crispy, Jonah. Look at them. 4K HD. At least give the kid a break. Fine. You'll be the freelance photographer. Got it? I'll be paying you at least 7,000 yen for each photo that you give me. Got it? Yeah. Alright. Get out of here. Zuko said nod, turning around and leaving. Finn goes for a check in his hands, given by Jameson. Zuko proceeded to get the check to Betty as she proceeded to check, register it, and count the money in. After a few minutes, after counting it, she gave him an envelope for the check. Here you go, Mr. Midoriya. Thank you. Betty. Just Betty. Right. Betty. He proceeded to nod, and then he saw the first few newspapers. First being printed out and showing Spider-Man Threat or Menace. He proceeded to blink once, twice, and then proceeded to sigh. Then turned around and smiled at Betty. I'll be heading on my way now. Have a good day. He walked out looking at one of the photos. Spider-Man Threat or Menace. Really? You have to be kidding me, he thought. As he took the elevator down, he couldn't believe what he was thinking. You know, this is a lot worse than I thought. Well, at least I got my check. A nice, good check. He proceeded to place it within his bag. Placed it within his pocket because he didn't bring his bag with him. All right. Maybe I probably should keep that check in my bag. Yeah, I probably should do that, shouldn't I? That money was now decent, and that check was now cashed. So, that would be nice. As he moved through heading to home, it was a Saturday. What could he do on a Saturday? I guess I could go for a swing. He looked around, headed towards an alleyway. The next moment, he swung out at Spider-Man. Swinging through the city, he proceeded to feel free, fresh. I haven't really messaged Gwen today. He put out his phone, swinging, messaging her. Morning. Morning, beautiful. What you doing right now? She proceeded to type in, nothing, just eating breakfast. What you eating? Chocolate pancakes. Huh, chocolate pancakes. I thought you said to me that they were fattening. Yes, but they're also good. And you did not hear this conversation at all. And don't use this conversation against me. Got it? I won't. I did not read a thing. I'm seeing a newspaper being given out early in the morning, and you're getting tarnished, as she typed. Yeah, I saw. I tried to work for the Daily Bugle, and Jonah kind of just tarnished my name. You know he's gonna badmouth you, right? Yeah, he's probably is gonna badmouth me, isn't he? What did I get myself into? Well, at least I know the truth. You're a great hero. Thanks. Great hero. Alright, I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna get to work. Right, stay safe. Don't do anything too reckless. He proceeded to put his phone away, swinging. Nothing too reckless, huh? The webhead can handle a few things, can't he? As he swung through the city, he proceeded to flip over a couple of rooftops and fire escapes. Swung through the high-rise buildings. And then he saw something. A robber. And a body filled of sludge bursting out from the store. Villain made a sludge. Green sludge. Well, look at my lucky day. He proceeded flipping, and then dive. The villain ran, running past a man in blonde, with a baggy shirt and green jeans. Izuku sprang, swinging past him quickly. The man noticed too. He proceeded to quickly find somewhere else. And then the man started to change, bulking up to a familiar large figure. Izuku proceeded to follow, firing a web at the bag of cash that was leaking out of his sewage-like body. Hey, what the hell? Hey, buddy. Yeah, no kidding, but you're a phenomenon. What bit you? Some radioactive sludge creature that made you into a slimy monster, or something else entirely? Are you making fun of me? No. I'm just asking. Like, what's it like being liquid? Oh, I'll show you how I like to be liquid. He proceeded to launch forward. Izuku dodging, jumping back as they proceeded to enter a tunnel. Right. But really, Izuku dodged yet again, leaping over for another attack. Clinging to the tunnel ceiling. I have to know, it's like, does your matter switch from solid to liquid, or do you actually have to focus on solidifying yourself to a solid so you can actually stick and move around? Because really, like, what are you made of? The guy proceeded to scowl. Do you ever just shut up? He proceeded to launch to forward. Izuku dodged it. She flip. But then the slime villain proceeded to wrap his oozy slime around his left leg. Izuku felt the pressure. Oh crap. As he was yanked. He was flinged into the wall. As his wall back hit the wall, cracking in the tunnel wall. He proceeded to groan. Oh, don't. As he flung back and forth, hitting the ground. Make me have to hurt you. He was slammed to the ceiling. As the slime villain proceeded, there started to flow upon his body, constricting his movement. You know, you're actually pretty strong. You talk a lot, but we can change that. He tried to seek, but Izuku seemed to gasp of breath. The slime villain was trying to enter his mouth. Let's remove this mask, shall we? Crap. Losing oxygen. He started to panic. The mask started to slip as the slime villain proceeded to remove it. A little help, anyone? Help. Come on. Don't tell us how I go out. Glenn. Damn it. I'm sorry. But then a booming voice was heard. Have no fear, because I am here. The man proceeded to smile, grinning. Pulling back his large arm, proceeded to shout, Detroit Smash! The pressure from the man's fist alone was enough to splat the whole villain apart. All Might, no! He shouted, but then he splat everywhere. Izuku stood from the ground, coughing quickly. Oh, gross. His mask was off completely. He proceeded to groan. You gotta be kidding me. Ugh. Young man, are you alright? Yeah, totally. I'm fine. He proceeded, eyes widening, and realized in shock. Oh my god. All Might! As the man himself, the symbol of peace, Japan's #1 hero, was standing there right in front of him. He proceeded to have a goofy smile upon his face, fanboying. Oh my god, you're All Might. I'm your biggest fan. I can see that, young man. But, interesting costume you got there. Huh? You proceed to look down, seeing... Oh, yeah, I made it myself. Wait a minute. He touched his face, realizing, oh crap. Looking around and seeing his mask on the floor. Shit, he saw my face. Oh my, saw my... Wait a minute. That's Symbol. You're that vigilante one. Young man. You know you're not supposed to be heroicing around as a vigilante. You know that, right? He looked around looking, please not here. Anywhere but here. Nowhere where people can see. All my proceeded to raise an eyebrow. He proceeded to collect the slime quickly, putting it into a soda bottle. Right. Alright then. Follow me, as All Might said, bending his knees and leaping to the air. That's a sheer force alone. Has strong winds blowing from it. Izuku proceeded to blink once. Oh my god, he's so cool. He proceeded to grab his mask, putting it on, firing a web, swinging after. It took him 3 swings. As he reached All Might's cruising speed already, All Might noticed and proceeded to be shocked. Huh. That's actually interesting, young man. What quite a unique quirk you have. Yeah, quirk. Totally. Izuku swinged, following All Might. They proceeded to land upon a skyscraper. As All Might proceeded to land, Izuku flipping and landing upon a rail with style. As I see you look quite adaptable to this lifestyle. But you could use your abilities for something else entirely, young man. Right. But the man's smile never faded. But do tell. As he proceeded to start smoking, as the man proceeded to curse himself. Damn it! My time's already up. No, not now. No. His eyes widening as his lenses proceeded to see this. Are you okay? The man started shriveling, shrinking, the muscle mass was growing smaller until the smoke covered him completely, and then a skeleton man with blonde hair, wild hair, stood in All Might's place. Wait a minute. You're not All Might. He proceeded to fire a web, yanking the man. Alright, start speaking, pal. Who are you? I am All Might. You can let go now. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Wait. Izuku proceeded to jumping off the rail, removing his mask. Wait, then what happened to you? And why do you look like that? He wiped his mouth. Long story, kid. He proceeded to sit down on the edge of the rail. Listen. You tell nobody of this. Got it? No one. Izuku nodded. Right. The man lifted up his shirt, showing the scar. A very gruesome, ugly, torn-looking scar on his left side. I got this from 5 years ago from a fight. A fight? 5 years ago? Toxic chainsaw? He proceeded to chuckle. Nah. He couldn't touch it if he wanted to. No. Somebody else. Something that the media didn't cover over. That made sure it wasn't covered. I might turn towards him, looking at him. This. I can only use my power. Only use my strength for at least 3 hours a day. 3 hours per day. 4 at maximum. I'm really, really cautious. Izuku's eyes widening. 4 to 3 hours a day? Wait. That would make sense why Ome hasn't been seen much often. This is why you're not seen as often anymore? The man nodded. It's starting to interrupt my hero work a lot. I have to be careful how much strength I use and how much power I use, or I deplete it all. Izuku proceeded to blink, once, twice, and then processes. As he proceeded to mutter, if you're losing your strength slowly, what would happen if you lose it all? Do you just not All Might anymore? The symbol of peace proceeded to go quiet. Basically, I just lose my power. Izuku shivered. The thought of someone losing their quirk entirely. But the real question is, kid, why are you parading around as a vigilante? Shouldn't you be in school? Or focusing on, or being a teenager of your age? He proceeded to open his mouth and go quiet. It's not that easy, All Might. Zuko turned his head looking at him. This is a long, long story. And I'm really not sure if I should tell you. But you told me your secret. So I'll tell mine. He proceeded to get ready to tell it. The truth is I'm quirkless. All Might's eyes widening. You're quirkless and then you still fought that villain? Technically, yeah, I'm quirkless. Wait, but how did you swing on those rope things? They're webs. Actually. And if the force of alone by your swing should just tear your limbs off. There shouldn't be any way a quirkless boy should be moving like that. Zuko proceeded to bite his lip, and then he proceeded to say, okay. About 3 to 4 months ago, I was bitten by a genetically altered radioactive spider that transferred its abilities or DNA or something or whatever into my body. And then overnight, my body changed. And then I became this. All my eyes were eyebrow raised. A spider. You have to believe me. I wouldn't lie about this, I swear. I have all the traits of a spider. I can wall crawl, run. I have a sixth sense, increased strength, speed, and agility. All of it, all around. The only thing I didn't really get is the webs. But I built mechanical web shooters to compensate for that. All Might proceeded to nod. So, that's understandable. Okay. A simple piece proceeded to rub his chin. But then, why are you parading around as a vigilante if you have a chance to be a hero? Well, technically, I'm still quirkless by law and by all files in government. So, how would it really be possible if I go to any UN entrance exams and try to take the test if I'm still quirkless by law? All Might proceed to pause, realizing the situation of the boy's story. You're right. That would be a dead giveaway of something going on. Something strange. If what you say is really true, young man, then your powers are something else entirely. They're not quirk-based at all. They're a totally different mutation for any mutation quirk. It's a fundamental change. He proceeded to stare at him, looking. You say the spider changed you, fundamentally. Can you guess how deeply it changed you? Well, he proceeded to think processing. I do remember going to quirk doctor not long ago and to go see if I had a quirk. But they said I still had no quirk. But they did say my blood was different. I didn't want them to find out, so I simply just asked them to drop it and not collect the blood and throw it out. All my eyes proceeded to widen. So you demanded your blood to be destroyed immediately. Izuku nodded. I didn't want people getting my hands on my blood or experimenting on it to figure out what it is. So I simply just asked him to destroy it. Hmm. Okay. A simple piece proceeded nodding. And you did this in front of them. Yeah, I took the blood and destroyed it myself. As much as I wanted to disperse it in the sink or anywhere, I just kind of flushed it down the, the sink. So any evidence of remaining traces lost. I might proceed to nodding. So if your blood was altered changed, and that means your DNA has been changed pretty dramatically. So your biology in total was just altered completely. The simple piece proceeded nodding, understanding. Understandable, okay. What is your name, young man? Izuku Midoriya. Young Midoriya. Thank you for telling me this. This is very interesting. One of the few news I have actually gotten to surprise me these days. Most of the days now, I'm not surprised about all these quirks and abilities because quirks are getting stronger every generation. But your case, yours is a total phenomenon. Izuku nodded. Yeah. And I know it looks strange and suspicious, but you had to believe me. Only proceed to raise an eyebrow. So then you pry around as a vigilante then. Yeah, I know it's not the best, but it's the best way I can live my dream. The symbol of peace looked at the boy, looking at him. Well, I'll wish you luck. Maybe something I can help you figure out a way. But then I might proceed to pat down his pants, then blink. Wait, where is it? What is? The villain. I just put him in my pocket not long ago. And then Izuku's spice went off. He heard an explosion from a distance not far. They both turned. All I noticed, what was that? Villain, Izuku said. All I noticed the way that he reacted a few seconds before. That ability of yours? Sixth sense that warns you of danger ahead of time. It kind of just works on its own sometimes. I can't really control it. But it worked in my favor. He proceeded to put on his mask. And all my patients say, don't tell you actually going to jump and actually try to fight. Of course. This is not no game, young man. This is serious. I know it's not a game, but there's people who are in danger out there. If they need someone to save them, then I have to step up. You already ran out your time limit. You said so yourself. There's not much others can do. And if there's anyone standing in the way, or they can't do anything, how am I supposed to stand by and just allow it? Look, I can't help it. I can't help that I want to help people. Every time I try to avoid it, my body just moves on its own. I can't help the fact that I want to help people like you do. I want to be a hero like you. But I can't. This is the only way I know how to do this, All Might. So please, let me do this. The symbol piece started the boy with the mask on his face. A boy that has reason to hide his powers. A boy that wants to live a hero's life. And then he saw it. The light within. Take me down there with you. Are you sure? You can't use your quirk. I'm more than just a symbol of peace as people without my power. Right. He carried it far. All I noticed how he was sturdy. Interesting. The boy's biology really has changed. Zuko jumped off the roof, diving. As All Might proceeded to barely be flinched by the force. Zuko fired, shooting out his arm and fired a web. The web launched. As All Might noticed this, you notice a small nozzle in the suit. The web stuck to an adjacent building as Izuku swung using the gravity. As then he flinged him so far. He flipped as All Might held on. The boy proceeded to land in an alleyway, looking to see the villain, the sludge villain. Izuku's eyes widening. Oh no. This is my fault. If I didn't help All Might and then let him take the villain away, the villain wouldn't be escaped. You heard that the villain had a hostage, a teenager. Izuku's eyes widening. No. The two watched as whoever was struggling badly, and then he saw someone familiar, his Izumi. His eyes widened behind the mask. His lens is widening in shock. No. That means the one who's captured is... He turned to see a face. Kajon? He saw Harry also. And Gwen. He saw the tendril rushing forward, her eyes widening. No! He moved and dashed. The man, wait! As Zuko moved, his body moved on his own. He flung himself forward, firing a web. He yanked himself forward, flinging. He caught her before it even reached her. She proceeded to gas out, shocked. He proceeded to move her to the other side, laying her down. What are you doing here? Wait, how did you... No time to explain. He turned around. I need you to get Harry, Izumi, me out of here. I'll take care of Kachan. Just go. Get to safety. But you can't take that villain on. It's too dangerous. So things have to be done. This is my fault. He got away because of me. I'll explain to you later. I have to take care of my responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. And this is my responsibility. So go. She proceeded to nod. She proceeded to yell at Harry. We need to move. Leave now. He proceeded to grab Izumi. Izumi shouted, I'm not leaving him. We have to. The heroes will save him. They're not doing anything, she shouted. Izuku proceeded to jump into the fray. All Might watched the boy move. The villain proceeded to say, you again? Ugh, get lost. I have someone better. Oh, what's wrong? I thought we were having a golly jolly good time last time. He proceeded to leap over for another slime attack. But I'm not going to be playing with you anymore. You have a hostage. Let them go now. Really? You think we can let this guy go? This kid's got more power than All Might. He proceeded to blast using a Bakugo's quirk as he was unable to control it due to panic. Izuku flipped over the explosion. Crap! Kachen can't control explosions. So this guy figured out how to get this guy off of him. He proceeded to jump over. Spider Sense just guiding him. His eyes. They're the only solid thing apart of his body. He proceeded to fire a web. Well, mid-dodge. As letting his body react, moving on its own. The web snatched. He proceeded to tug, pulling. He proceeded to scream out. Izuku landing, using his other arm, firing a web, and proceeding to pull Bakugo free. With a yank. As Bakugo proceeded to stumble, but Izuku grabbed his shoulder. Alright, get out of here, run! What the hell? Who the hell are you? You bastard. No time to explain. Just run, get out of here. He pushed him as his spider sense went off. Oh crap. The villain proceeded to say, you're dead, you bug. Oh crap. He proceeded to get grabbed by the sludge, being yanked. Oh, hold on. Maybe we can talk about this. And was flung into a semi, crashing as he groaned. Oh, my back. Gwen gasped. Proceeding to rushed forward. You must be the last time, you little shit. And this time there's no escape. That's what your mom said. As Zuko proceeded to say, why, you little... He rushed forward yet again, trying to yank the boy. Zuko proceeded to try to get up on his feet, still woozy from the attack. Oh, this is how I go down again. But then, someone appeared in front of him, a large, bulky man with blonde hair and a grin on his face. Everyone in the crowd gasped as the slime proceeded to bounce off. Wait, what? No, it can't be you again. For the very fact that this young man stood in the way of danger to help people that he doesn't know. The fact that he stood in danger while I stood back and watched. Pity or shame of me. I should be ashamed of myself. Young man, hear these words. Because I am here. No, I won't be taken down like this again. Stay out of my way, All Might. He proceeded to launch himself forward. Texas Smash! Another punch was delivered, more powerful than before. This one was not just air current and force. As the very explosions from the fire around was dispersed in the very air around, proceeding to circle around as it started to rain, the villain splattered everywhere. Unconscious, the heroes proceeded to watch, death arms blinking in shock. Kami Woods proceeded to say, he actually did it. He just changed the weather with one punch. Izuku's lenses widened in shock. He really is the symbol of peace. All Might proceeded to stand, lifting a fist up. The crowd proceeded to cheer, shouting his name. Izuku getting up and groaning. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Oh, I think I cracked it. Gwen proceeded to move silently toward the crowd, losing the side as she proceeded to grab his arm. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Why would you do something so reckless? What were you thinking? I wanted to help you guys. You can't. You scared the living Don't scare me like that again. He saw the tears in her eyes. Gwen, Alright. He proceeded to notice the death arms moving forward. Hey, you're that vigilante guy. You have to come you come with me. You're under arrest. Oh, don't worry for your death arms. I have him. I got this. All Might proceeded pointing some up towards the skyscrapers once again. Yeah. Izuku proceeded to let go of the girl. Go. I'll explain to you later, he whispered. He proceeded back up, then run. All Might proceeded to laugh. Well, justice had to be served otherwhere. As All Might proceeded to leap away. Izuku swinging off. As both disappeared. Gwen proceeded to watch. Harry proceeded to say, So, how did it feel being saved by Spider-Man, of all people? He's a hero, she simply said, smiling. Huh. A hero. That's interesting. Harry's eyes were suspicious. Then he watched the symbol of peace and the vigilante gone. Izuku proceeded to swing. All Might landed upon the roof of a smaller building, a 10-story building, and Izuku flipped, landing. He proceeded to breathe and sigh. Right. He took off his mask, looking at the symbol of peace. Well, I know what you're going to say. That was totally reckless and idiotic. And yes, it was all three of those, as All Might deflated immediately. Coughing up blood. Are you alright? I'm fine. The symbol piece turned towards the boy. But I do have to admit, young man, what you did back there was brave. Braver than anything I know. You ran in there to help those people, and the fact that you ran in with no fear, still afraid. Fear, I can see in your body. You were tense, afraid, but you ran in. Your body, you said, it moves on its own. Yeah. I was going to say to you that a vigilante can't be a hero, but I was wrong. Izuku stared, his mask off, eyes widening. Young man, as he stretched out his arm, saying, "You too can become a hero." The boy's eyes widening. Tears started to build in his eyes. I saw it. Every hero has one thing in common. Their bodies within their own. The unhelpless urge to save a life, no matter how small it is. You too have that spirit of a hero within you, burning brightly. It doesn't matter, nor does it matter if it's a villain, a hero, vigilante. As long as you have that spark of a hero within you. In my eyes, you are a hero, just like anyone else. And today, you were one of the biggest heroes I've seen. The boy proceeded to cry. You really mean it? Yes, young man. And I choose you to be my successor. He proceeded to pause. Huh? Successor? Yes. To take my quirk. He proceeded to wipe his tears quickly. Your quirk? Yes. He stretched out his arm. His arm with the palm of his hand glowing with rainbow light. One for all. His eyes sparkled. One for all? Yes. It's a quirk passed down from hero to hero. 8 generations of heroes passing down the torch to the next. And I choose you, young man, to be the ninth. The ninth user, one for all. You, Izuku Midoriya. He blinked shocked. But I already have power. Why do I need more? Then I'm going to proceed to smile. That right there is exactly why you're worthy. You question why you need power, but you don't ask, nor do you demand of it. That's what makes you worthy of this. You are a hero. But the real question is, do you accept? Izuku proceeded to blink, and then nod seriously. Yes, I accept. Only proceeded to nod, understanding, as he proceeded to smile. Then very well, young man. Izuku proceeded to blink. So, how does it work? Well, first, he proceeded to pat the boy's shoulder, feeling the muscle. Good definition here. You're well built. The spire did it all for us. But I still want to build a muscle, so in areas where it needs to be more balanced. It's pretty balanced already, but it needs some work, refinement, training. Training? Yes. Here's what you're going to do. He proceeded to pull out a plan. The All-American Dream Plan. He stopped it a couple times. Help make sure your mother, whoever your guardian is, makes this for you. This would help you with your muscle growth and continue building that physique of yours. It's already been pretty an anomaly on its own. It might even improve your own powers, your own weird powers itself. Izuku blinked, looking at them. He proceeded to nod, understanding. Right. Okay. Follow me, as I may proceed to say. Not long, they proceeded to make their way to Dagoba Beach. Hey, I recognize this place. He proceeded to say. With his normal clothes on, the symbol of peace proceeded to nod. Yes. You do? Yeah, I actually used these scraps to build my web shooters. He proceeded to show the gadgets, how they're cleanly cut. And how they look so professionally made. It's actually impressive, young man. Not just a spirit of a hero, but an inventor also. Izuku smiled. Not an inventor, but I have a scientific mind, a little. Then he turned towards All Might, grinning. But yeah. We'll be cleaning this up. Oh. I was gonna use this for tech. Only perceive smile. Don't worry. Anything you need, I'll help you purchase it. Really? Yes. Well, you want to be a hero, don't you? Yeah, I do. Then you'll learn right under me instead. Izuka nodded, understanding, smiling. Right. I get where you're coming from. The boy turned away from All Might, smiling. So, when do we start? The man proceeded to grin. How about now? Start picking up the trash and putting it over there. As he pointed to her corner, Azuka proceeded to smile, nodding. Right. Oh yeah, I do want to tell one other person, if you wouldn't mind, your secret. All my was thinking, then proceeded to nod. All right, who do you have in mind? My girlfriend. Look, I have to explain. She knows about my whole spider-like thing and my spider half and powers that I'm Spider-Man, and I really do trust her. And she promised, she said and promised me no secrets. I want to keep that promise. And I feel like if I don't tell her this one, I feel like I'm betraying her trust. I might proceed to think about it, and then nod. All right, very well. Just her, nobody else. Zuka nodded. All right. Let me go get started on picking those things up. He quickly made way, started picking up trash. Don't use any more strength than you need to do necessary. You want to build your physique further. Right. He tried not to use most of his spider strength, keeping it at a human level. He struggled a bit. As he moved forward and started carrying. The boy seems like he controls his power out of not output, but some sort of holding him back physically. Interesting. As Duke started picking up trash and stuff, he picked up a whole washing machine by himself without any struggle. No strength. Sorry, but it kind of just comes natural. It's not like something I can just turn off and on. Explain. It's more like adding in the gas to the engine.
Be quiet.
I can put more tank in the gas, but
Sweet that starts with tomorrow.
because the engine, I can put more gas in the engine, but I can control it, basically. He proceeded to say. The symbol piece proceeded to nod. Interesting. So, the more gas, the more power you use, the more you can control. Or is it the more... I'm going to proceed to shrug. Alright, I understand what you mean. Symbol of peace proceeded to stare. This is interesting. Very. I have to adjust it to your leveling. But it should still work. The symbol of peace proceeded to smile, nodding. Very well then, young man. Have it your way. For then the next few months, Zuki proceeded to train. Gwen proceeded to look at him strangely as he told her, well, that night. So, let me get this straight. As she rubbed her face, trying to massage a headache coming on. You're telling me that the symbol of peace, which you saw today, from stopping a villain that you tried to save, that you tried to stop, you became his successor after saving us today. He nodded. Yes. And he's giving you his quirk for you to inherit. Yes. And how will this happen? I don't know when, but we're cleaning up Dagobah. Zuko leaned forward. I know it's hard to explain, and I feel like I'm getting into more trouble. But he really does see me for who I am. Yeah, I can tell. You're quite fond of him already. She smiled. Then she looked serious. But I'm glad you told me this, and not kept it a secret from me. Yeah, I really couldn't try to keep away from you. You said no secrets between us, so no secrets. She smiled, leaning forward. Thank you. Kissing his cheek as he proceeded to rub his back of his head. Yeah. You wouldn't mind me watching you train, right? No, no, I don't mind. It'll be a little embarrassing at first, but yeah, I don't mind. She smiled. Good. For the next few months, Izuku continued his double life as Spider-Man and be training and cleaning up Dagobah. As All Might proceeded to coach him, as Gwen proceeded to watch, as All Might proceeded to speak to her. So, you and Midori have been dating for a while. 4 months now. She proceeded to look at the symbol of peace. So how does this one for all thing work exactly? Because I don't want him getting anywhere more hurt than he is. His body's already changed recently. I don't want any other anomalies. All Might proceeded not understanding. Yes. One for all is a stockpile of quirk. Stockpile of energy. Of physical power. It enhances everything in the body. Strength, speed, durability. So it does basically like his normal powers, just without the spider aspect. All Might nodded. So wouldn't it just boost his powers? The symbol piece proceeded to think about it and nod. Yes. Yomidori said he hadn't really found a high threshold of his limits. Then we should find that first, right? We would, but he's given me a vague description that he has to hold back his punches a lot. Gwen proceeded to nod. He told me that too. He said if he's not too careful, he could probably actually kill somebody with a punch. Yes, he told me that also. That's the thing about having power. But Yomidori already has the instinct to hold back. He looks like he's always holding back, actually. She proceeded to nod. Yeah, that's what makes him extraordinary. You care about Yomidori a lot. That's good. A good support system for him to even things out. Because the weight load is going to be very heavy if he's going to go down this path alone. She proceeded to nod. Yeah, I was thinking of maybe, talking to him about taking the hero exam, but maybe it would be too risky because criminals are already knowing and getting pretty annoyed. He's already making a lot of enemies. Yes, that's the difficult part of being a hero. The personal life and then the job. They can get dangerously close. And there can be times where villains will use that chance to get to a hero by hurting those who are closest to them. She proceeded to nod, understanding. My dad has the same experiences. He has a lot of threats from villains. Captain Stacy. Yes, I spoke to him a couple of times before in my career. Gwen proceeded looking up as Izuku proceeded to toss just the last of his load for today. He walked over and proceeded to say, right, there we go. All done for today. He proceeded to breathe. What? She proceeded to smile, handing him water out of nothing. She took his hand gently. How do you feel? Like any other average day. A workout, burning sweat. Do you feel any winded? I sweat, yeah, but do I feel really winded? I don't feel too tired, like just a really good jog I took. Not to get the lungs circulating a lots amount of air. Interesting, Omet said. Your stamina's impressive, actually. Very impressive. Gwen proceeded to flush red, thinking about something else on her mind. Yeah. Well, we're gonna go on that date later today, right? Zuko proceeded to look at her. Yeah, we are. I'll make persistent. Well, I'll leave you to the Uncle later. The symbol piece. And young Midoriya, don't push yourself. You need yourself to relax. Learn how to take a break. Maybe no spider work today. Zuko proceeded, understand, nodding. Right. I'll try. And make sure you say something to Captain Miss Stacy. Gwen proceeded to smile. I will. I'll keep it in line. Make sure he doesn't go out of hand. Zuko proceeded to chuckle. Right. All right. Later, All Might. The symbol piece proceeded to wave, leaving the two alone. The two proceeded to pack their stuff and get ready, walking hand in hand. So where do you want to go? I want to go to maybe a cafe, coffee shop. What do you want? Arcade? She proceeded to smile. Arcade, huh? Arcade, then movies? Yeah, that sounds nice. Arcade and movies. They proceeded to walk, enjoying their date. It went well. As they were walking to the arcade after the movie theater, police sirens were seen to go off. As Azuka noticed the sirens, Gwen turned towards the sirens also, knowing that look in his eyes. She squeezed his hand, wanting him to stay with her, but he knew that if things were getting bad and police were going there, then things were probably getting bad. She proceeded to sigh. I promised Alma I wouldn't keep an eye on you, that you wouldn't go just work yourself out too much, but fine, go. He turned towards her, looking at her. Are you sure? We said there's supposed to be a date between us. I know, but that look in your eyes won't really fade until everyone is okay. So, go. Go on, hero. Go save the day. Zuko smiled at her, kissing her cheek. I'll be back, I promise. I won't take too long. As he ran off, moving and turning a corner, running to an alley and swinging after the police in his costume. She proceeded to sigh. This is going to be a constant, isn't it? Zuko proceeded to swinging through the city. As this was going to be a constant. Yes, it will. As he swung through the city, he proceeded to follow. Notice it was what was that? A bird man? A man of bird? Who is this guy? He proceeded to swing forward. And the man of bird. He's saying Zuko followed him along, swinging after as the man proceeded to scream out, Osborn! You think you steal my tech from me? All of the work I put in years for you just to steal it? No, you won't. He proceeded to fly forward, crashing into the limo, tearing into it. Osborn, Harry. He proceeded to swing forward. Or maybe Norman. I can't let that guy hurt Harry or Norman if they're in their car. They're in that limo. There you are. Adrian, what are you doing? Getting my rightfully deserved justice. That's what. He proceeded to reach out for a clawed talon. But then a web proceeded to fire, yanking him off the limo. Hey, buddy. So, what are you exactly? A bird? A plane? What? Who are you? Well, I'm your friend neighborhood Spider-Man, of course. And, wow, you're a big birdie. Birdie? I am the Vulture. Vulture? Nice nickname. Is that supposed to be your villain name or something like that? You proceed to fly forward, rushing towards the boy. Uh-oh. He dodged yet again, swinging over. So, what's your deal, huh? That Osborne stole my tech, and I had to get it back. Osborne stole your tech? I highly doubt that, but I can't have you hurting a man. For what? Hurt. Hurt? No, I'm going to do far more than hurt. He resists, that he will die. Izuku's lens is narrowed. Well, that's not happening on my watch. He swung in and as the two begin their air battle within the air. Izuku fired a web, pulling him, yanking him upon the man's back. He proceeded to pull back a punch, his arm pushing to the man. The man proceeded to flip around. Get off me, you wall-crawling arachnid! Arachnid? Huh, you got it right for once. Everyone calls me a bug, but I'm not a bug. Spiders are arachnids. And you got it right. He proceeded to try to crush him between a building. Izuku flipped off, swinging over and then kicking him. He proceeded to fling by. As he recovered himself, and Vulture flew back after Osborne. Izuku followed along, running upon the building and leaping, catching around the shoulders. But I can't let you hurt him. Then you will die. He proceeded to try to cut him. Izuku dodged. Woo! That was a sharp wing you got there, bud. But I can't really have you killing me. But then his spider sense went off. Spider sense? Why? He turned around and seeing a helicopter coming after him. What the? He proceeded to jump off, seeing the helicopter firing some sort of green net. Who is this guy? Why are they shooting at me? They're not police. He's swinging as he's trying to lose these guys. We're flying high with them now, boys. The big man said he wants this guy to bug out the air and out the business. So, who are you guys? Because I don't know any of you. The big man says he wants you out the way. And you've been getting into a lot of his business recently. The big man? Hey, that's that name again. Who is this big man anyways? What's his deal with me? You've been interested in a lot of his crime. The crime flows underneath the big man's watch. The big man makes profit. But you're in the way. Izuku proceeds to swing over. The helicopter following. Crap. The vulture's getting away. I had to say Harry's dad. But I can't. I have to get these guys off of me. But then one of them cut his web line. He proceeded to fall, crashing into a building with a helicopter pad. He proceeded to groan. Oh, shaking his head. Remind All Might. Work on helicopter lands. Work on emergency landings. He turned looking up. One large man proceeded to drop down with a big, bushy mustache. Another slim man dropped down with a metal stick. Nice stick you got there. Bow staff? The man simply grunted. Get him, boys. They rushed forward as Izuku proceeded and bounced over. The big guy first. He flipped over him, but the big guy grabbed his leg, bringing him down with a powerful slam. He proceeded to groan. Okay, you're strong, huh? He proceeded to fling him off, firing a web, webbing his hands together. I'll see how you deal with that. He proceeded to feel his sparks going off, dodging to the left. As he tried to web the guy with the bow staff, but he simply spun his bow staff, cutting the webbing. Ain't that new? The big guy proceeded to rip the webbing easily with his brute strength. Oh. Okay. The bow staff guy proceeded rushing forward as he proceeded to fling himself over. Izuku jumped over, backing up as he fired a web. The bow staff man proceeded to dodge, deflecting the web. Okay. That's irritating. He proceeded to jump away, but the helicopter got in the way. He dodged mid-fire, landing upon the curve of an antenna. The bow staff man proceeded to jump forward. Izuku proceeded to allow him to get closer. Last second, he maneuvered right out the way. Sparks is guiding him. He proceeded to slow into his guard, grabbing his left leg. He proceeded to turn him around, flinging him off the building. He fired a web, whipping him and sticking to the antenna. Now, I know you can cut through that. Let's not do that and fall. He looked away, trying to... But the big guy proceeded to grab him. As he proceeded to put him to a bear hug, they proceeded to fall. Okay, you're strong, I get it. But can you do this? He proceeded to plant his feet on the building surface and proceeded to suplex him. As the man proceeded to groan, he proceeded to fire a web, webbing him to the wall. Now, I know you also can break through, but let's not try to break through the webbing today, okay, buddy? All right. Bye-bye, muchacho. He proceeded to jump off, swinging away. I gotta do everything myself. He proceeded to fly away, going after the bug. Now, where would a vulture be? He heard a scream, Osborne! And that would be me. He proceeded to follow along to scream, finding the vulture. Hey, Vulture! Huh? Bam! For a kick. You again? You got on my last nerve, Spider-Man. Hey, what can I say? I die hard. I'll show you die hard. You're dead. He launched himself forward, claws extending to rake him up. Izuku dodged with a barrel roll, swinging as the vulture proceeded to notice. What? He's escaping! He followed along, trying to get him, but he managed to escape to a parking garage. No! Flying up and over the building, Izuku swung over, flipping off. So, Vulture, let's get this last dance over with. I got a thing to do. He proceeded to try to fly right into him. Huh. Oh no, that's not good. He proceeded to dodge, but seeing the helicopter coming back, forward yet again. Okay. 2 birds, 1 stone. He proceeded to allow the web vulture with a web, yanking him forward as he flipped, landing upon his back. As the helicopter passed over, he proceeded to wedge the vulture to his right wing, right into the back propeller of the helicopter. As the helicopter proceeded to lose flight, it started to crash down. Izuku fired several webs, webbing the helicopter to the building as it dangled from the air. No! This can't be! Huh? Vulture, your backpack is humming. Izuku proceeded to do a karate chop, chopping into the motor. What? You fool! You done us both! You have not been listening, have you? As he proceeded to fire a web, swinging. Woohoo! A few minutes later, Vulture was sprung like a web, like a fly in a web. And thanks to your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. First bad guy, or supervillain down. Nice! He took a picture for the bugle. Money for the bugle on top of that. Nice. He fired a web swinging away. This is a good day. He looked around. Okay, arcade. He swung into an alleyway, quickly changing, and then walked out, looking for Gwen. She was standing in front of the arcade with a soda, sipping it. Hey, oh look, I'm sorry. I know it took a lot longer than usual, but... No, I know. You saved Harry's dad, right? Yeah, I did. Good. She proceeded to pull him down to his seat, giving him a soda. Cherry Coke. He opened the bottle, sipping it. Thanks, Gwen, for, being so understanding. She proceeded to smile. What can I say? I'm your biggest fan. I'm your biggest fan, aren't I? He smiled. Yeah, you are. But, The whole fight's probably gonna be on the whole news tomorrow. And I'm gonna hear a lot from All Might, but I regret nothing. She proceeded to smile. Good. You saved a life back there. I couldn't be more prouder. She leaned in kissing him as Suzuki smiled. Kissing her back as they proceeded to hold hands. Yeah, good day. The next few months passed. All Might scolded the boy. She said, "You did the exact opposite what I told you, but you saved a life. And for that, I'm even more proud of you. You truly are a hero, Midoriya." Izuku smiled. "Thanks, All Might. I don't know how to feel about it." Then he looked at All Might, becoming serious. "Hey, do you know anyone called the Big Man in the criminal empire that you've taken down throughout your years?" The Big Man. The Big Man. Big Man. No, All Might said. Surprisingly not. No, but I'll keep an eye out for that one, young Midoriya. Any connections to the villain? One of them is groups of, I guess, assassins. They were chasing me. They said that the big man wanted me out of his hair. He controls the criminal underground flow, supposedly. A king crime lord, as All Might said. It's a lot worse than I thought. Be careful, Midoriya. If this is true, you have to be careful, even more secretive of your identity. Izuku nodded. A crime lord, huh? Nah, that's not too bad. Or maybe worse. The next night, he was swinging as he landed upon a rooftop, overlooking the city. The Big Man. How am I supposed to know who that is? All Might can't know, then who will? His spires went off and proceeded to turn around, looking to see Frank Castle. Frank? Punisher, huh? I didn't think I would see you again after Hosu. Yeah, kid. I heard what happened in the news. Good job. Daredevil proceeded to show up from the shadows, walking forward. You did impressive work, kid. Good job. And you held back and you didn't kill anybody. It's even better. Speak for yourself. You should have fished them off. Get them out the way. Yeah, I don't kill. And I refuse to do that. Izuku looked at too. But I do have a question. Or something to ask. Ask away, as Punisher said. Do any of you two know someone by the Big Man? Some sort of crime lord? They both became more serious. Daredevil proceeded to say, the Big Man. So you've also known, huh? Yeah, we know who the Big Man is. His name is Tombstone. Or Adrian Toombs, if you call him. But we just call him Tombstone. Tombstone. Who is he? A crime lord. As Punisher said, simple as that. He's one of the bigger ones in Japan. He controls the crime throughout several of the cities here. Izuku nodded, his fist clenched. Yeah, he put a hit on me. So he's also after you also. Same as us. Daredevil proceeded to say that we have a team up coming up. Will you join us, Izuku? Take Tombstone down. If it keeps people safer, then yeah. I'll join you. Just tell me when and where. I'll be there.